And we're live. That's a horrible way to start. Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. It is the Sevens quarterfinals, and the Blitsboks are taking on Scotland in about 6-7 minutes' time. So we might as well end what has been quite an interesting day of rugby by hopefully watching our Blitsboks win their 32nd match in a row and book a spot in the Severe Sevens semi-finals tomorrow. Which will take place at 5:30. They do get through, and it's been another good weekend for the Sevens. You know, they've won all their matches. They've done everything they need to do, and they're up against Scotland, who they did play last weekend and did demolish. So hopefully, we will be able to get a comfortable victory there. In terms of the games, the Blitsboks have only actually played twice this weekend. They beat Spain 33 points to 12, and then beat USA earlier 24 points to 19. We are the first quarterfinal, and I don't quite know how that works. You know, when you think that we played the last pool match at about 5:30, and now we are the first quarterfinal at 8:07. So, I mean, it didn't exactly get too much time to rest when we could have been playing at 9:30. So it's a bit frustrating, but you know, no excuses. We've got the side, we've got the talent, and we've got the form. I mean, if we were to win the Severe Sevens this weekend, this Blitsboks side will start setting records that have never been set before. You know, they would have gotten six tournaments almost in a row. So it's a very special Sevens side, and they just don't look like losing. So if we look at the victories today, we were pushed quite hard by the USA. Winning 24 points to 19, but generally the side. They've got a way of winning. You know, they just know what to do. So hopefully we'll be able to get a decent result out of this. But where does the Sevens team rank? You know, in some of the best sides we've had. I'm gonna put a poll in as well, and who you're gonna back to win. Right, so there we go. We've got a poll going in the comments, so you can go and comment and let us know who you're backing to win. There's a small crowd in over there as we start the big stage. Now, after this, we've got quite a big break. This is the last game until April. So we will have a 2-month break for Sevens after this. So it is going to take a bit of a while, but then we've got 3 tournaments basically in April, while the last one being sort of April, May. And then we've got 2 in May, and then it's the LA one in August. And then we've got the Sevens World Cup, which is going to be in Cape Town. So, it's all going to be quite interesting. Now, currently we're sort of sitting on 66 points. The next best is Argentina. So if we were to go all the way once again, we would be sitting very pretty on top of that log. I mean, you look at our points difference. We've currently got a points difference of 345. The next best is Australia, who are currently in third place with 128. So, I mean, such is the dominance that we are currently displaying. But let me just quickly open this up. So and the frustrating thing is, you know, a lot of people start talking about, but there's no Fiji, there's no New Zealand and stuff like that. I actually don't care. You know, I really don't care. They could be there if they want to. They're choosing not to be there, whatever. So, you know, you can only beat what's in front of you. And so far, the Blitsboks have been steaming over everything that's in front of them. Blitsboks, good evening. Where's Ronnie B? I actually don't know. I saw that he's not in the team. I'm not quite sure what the story is there. But according to the website, the starting lineup will be Ryan Oosthuizen, Sako Yusuf, Akata, Impy Visser, Branko de Prea, Justin Cadalt, Sean Williams, and Darren Adonis. So it looks like Zane Davids, Salvin Davids, Fundum Dlovu, Jason Pretorius, and Christy Kobel are all set to come off the bench, which is quite interesting because it's a very different starting team to what we've become quite accustomed to. Good evening, Craig. Hope you're well. And then, so the other semi-finals the other quarterfinals to watch out for, which will also follow on. Yeah, we won't be live for that. I can only be live for so much in a day, and we have been live for a lot of the day. But the other quarterfinals over here in Seville is England versus Ireland after this. Then it's Australia versus USA and Argentina versus France. So those are all the big boys. In terms of Scotland, their route to this quarterfinal was a 21-5 victory over Canada, and then a 14-10 victory over Kenya. And then what was their final result? Where are they? Where's Scotland? Where are you at? But they lost to Australia 19-7. So up and down results for Scotland for the Blitsboks. A very comfortable victory over Spain, and a decent performance was. Well, we had to be quite good to beat the USA earlier. And then, so if we were to win this, we would then play the winner of England or Ireland, and then it's Australia, USA, Argentina, and France all vying for the other semi-final spot. So that is the situation. That is the scenario. That is what we have in front of us as we wait for the sides to come out. So Scotland currently ranked 14th in the world. We are obviously, of course, the first ranked. I mean, as you'd imagine. Come now. So yeah, we're now at the stage where basically we are the favourites, and every single time we walk onto the park, we are expected to win. And it comes with its own problems and positives. Positives are you just get used to winning. Winning is a habit, losing is a habit, winning is a habit. And this side has built a habit of winning. They know what to do when they need to win. Also, you've got that sort of that aura about you that just, like, you run out and you're thinking, jeepers, we're gonna have to play well. We're up against the team to beat. We're up against the best side. The problem is as well, though, is that everyone else is always rooting against you. It's all about who can beat South Africa, who can upset us. So we're going to try and see if Scotland can. I'm really hoping they don't. But yeah, look, it's anything has happened. Yeah, 31 wins in a row for South Africa. But jeepers, on what side? Sorry, Stephen. Okay, it's not sevens, but when Boogeyman came on there after Damien Willemse looked like a world beater, right? I think it was weird. I think somebody in the comments said that we've got a useless 15 in the Western Province, and I said, well, if you're talking about Damien Willemse, I thought he played quite well, especially him and Warwick Haland were cooking together. So here we go. The men are out. Justin Cadell's got the ball in hand. And there we go. Play is underway. South Africa's playing left to right. They've gone deep, and it's a good take out the air for the Scottish number 2, which is Matt Davidson. Now Farndale has spread the ball out wide. Oh, they shrugged off the tackle of Sean Williams there, but they've come in and made the tackle eventually. Now looking to shift the ball to the left here, Scotland. It's a really good tackle there by Impey Visser. Pick up and go. Sucked in a man, Ryan Oosthuizen. So they've got a man outside. There's Kelly. They've got a man inside as well. He's going to go all the way, He's going to go all the way. He's gone all the way. Farndale's over. That is a disaster start for the Blitsboks. It was far too easy. It was the pick up and go that did it. He created the 2-on-1 situation, and then the ball inside for Farndale, he had the pace. So that's the worst possible start for Blitsboks, who actually don't quite often start behind and then have to come back. They did against USA. They did get lost. They did quite a lot last weekend. So they're a side that will not panic. Let me just adjust the clock so I can go downwards, opposed to upwards. 05, 38, 36. Right, so not a good start. 7-0 in the early stages right now. But we will receive the kickoff, which means we will get an opportunity to get some ball in hand. They go down the middle of the park. And we do manage to keep possession. In fact, it's a penalty of taking the man out without the ball. Right, so now this is what you need. This is what South Africa wants. A nice set piece with a lot of field to work with. Where they're going to go. Justin Cadol with the ball in hand. Decides he wants to go to the left. There comes the fans. Branko de Preer goes out early out to Williams. Williams getting up to the halfway line. Pumping his legs. Now getting down. Good support from Ryan Oosthuizen. Now Branko de Preer inside to Cadol in the playmaker role. Adonis caught on the ball there. It's a good tackle actually there by Scotland. But South Africa retained. Branko de Preer sees a bit of a half gap. He keeps the ball. Then throws it out wide to Impie Visser. Impie Visser steps inside. Rise the contact here. Need to recycle this nice and quickly. And they do. Ryan Oosthuizen. Now Cadol steps inside. Cadol through the middle. He needs support. Where's he going? He's still going. Cadol. He can get the pass away to Adonis. And Sean Williams will go over in the corner. Look at the pace. Boy, he almost stepped out there. Managed to stay himself. And he has to score under those poles. So the Blitsboks hit back immediately. It's Cadol who starts this. He steps inside there. As soon as it's funny, it's a game and then a big handoff as well. See you later. Facing the floor. And then the pop comes out as well. Very good take there by Adonis, who's reeled in, managed to get the ball away to Williams. And Williams got so much pace down the outside. And he managed to stay in to go underneath the pole. So they'll level it up at 7-all. Good response from the Blitsbok. Right, the restarts here. We need to be competitive. It's good restart take there from Scotland. But a lot of pressure at the breakdown. They do concede a penalty to the Blitsboks. Take it quickly, you have Scotland. They have a lot of space to work. A lot of players on the right-hand side they want to use them. They do start to use them. Almost slips the tackle. Goes inside to Paddy Kelly. And they decide, looking to try and throw the long pass out here. Bit of pressure up there. Good. This is good pressure. Impie Visser slipped the tackle. And Cadol has to come across and make the tackle. Blitsboks are a little bit nowhere at the moment. Scotland moving on to the right. He's shipped across to Impie Visser. Good tackle there from de Preer, but Scotland suddenly inside the Blitsboks territory. Good continuity here from Scotland. Ball over the top. Williams is one-on-one here. Scotland still going. Oh dear, he stepped and go, and he's gone over. He's going to go over. That is pretty poor defending there from Reece Cullen, who has squared up Williams and gone outside him. Far too many tackles missed in that section. The scramble defense is good from the Blitsboks, but that's just that's just a poor mistake there. You know, it's the first tackle from Visser which they don't make, and that's where the spark comes from. You can see there he slips the tackle to Visser, does huge, and all of a sudden Scotland to find the momentum, and as soon as you miss one tackle in sevens, you're scrambling. You know, it's all about scramble defense, and yeah, just that step inside completely does Williams, and he goes over. It will be a tricky kick, so hopefully it'll remain at 12 points to 7. It's looking good though. To be fair to them, it's looking very good, but it does brush past the face of the poles, so the score will remain 7 points to 12. South Africa now to receive the kickoff. 1.5 minutes left. So if the Blitsboks can score under the poles and take a 2-point lead into half time, that'll be nice because they'll obviously receive the kickoff in the second half. Oh, gone through the middle. Here we go. Has he got the pace? Oh, he's got the pace. He's got the pace. How easy is that? I mean, he has just breezed through. Sakayusa Makata has scored a brilliant try. There was a bit of space ahead of him, and he picked up and he burst through. He's dotted down right next to the pole, so this will be us hopefully taking the lead. Very, very well played there. I mean, look at the pace, the determination there. As soon as he was through, he had one thing on his mind, and he wasn't going to be stopped. With the kick to come from Branko de Preer, it's right in front though, so no problems there. Blitsboks take the lead with 40 seconds left in the first half. Right, 33 seconds left. The important thing here is not to concede. Take it to half time, take a 2-point lead. You receive the kickoff after half time and try and get that third try in. Because if you can get to 21-12, you know, suddenly it becomes a lot harder for Scotland. They have to try and score twice. But we need to be a bit more competitive in the kickoffs. You know, 15 seconds left on the clock there. Justin Cadol goes pretty deep. right up against the touchline as well. MP Fisser, that's a very nice chase as well. So they've pinned Scotland back in the 22. MP Fisser's up as well. So we've got the numbers there. Big tackle made on Farndale there. And McCarter now is competing for the ball on the ground. And the ball's available. So Ryan Oosthuizen runs in. So it's turnover ball there for the Blitsboks. And they're taking out Dustin Cadell, which is a penalty. Perfect. And now Breaker Dupree wants to take quickly. Couldn't. And a yellow card has been dished out to, I think it's McCann, actually. I think it's the substitute who's just come on. Well, Scotland now down to 6 men. So that could spell the end for them if we can try and get a try here. Then we'll start with a one-man advantage as well. So as we go into extra time in the first half, we've got a one-man advantage. We've got to make this count. Up on the 22. Now, MP Fisser, now it's just a one-man game. You just have to draw and pass. Breaker Dupree goes himself. It's a high tackle as well. Taking it quickly now. MP Fisser, not too many options. Goes to Justin Cadell. What can Justin Cadell cook up? Long ball at the top to Ryan Oosthuizen. Ryan Oosthuizen will go over in the corner. And the Blitsboks will probably go with a 19 points to 14 lead at half time. Kick still to come, but it will be quite a difficult chance. And that's much better from the Blitsboks. I says, what's going on with the Boks this tournament? They're so slow and not as brutal. I mean, 19-12 at half time we'll take. Not good news, though. It looks like Branko de Prea is down. So quite a few injuries so far that South Africans. No Ronald Brown. We've lost Rio Soares Vapi. So a big test of depth at the moment, but so far so good. Yeah, so the kick will go to the side. So half time will be 14 points to 12. The important thing is that the Blitsboks will receive the kickoff, and they will also then have a one-man advantage. So just one more try. Nice early try, and that'll put the game to bed. If Argentina gets to the final, we might not be able to do it. We'll be fine. We can beat any side there. It's whether we can pitch up. I wouldn't say there's any team that scares me. In fact, the only people that could prevent us from winning it are us ourselves. You know, it comes down to the Blitsboks don't pitch up, because if the Blitsboks pitch up for every game, they win every game. They are better than every side. It's not like it's a form thing; it's a class thing. We are a different class at the moment. England versus Ireland, a bit of a British derby coming up after this. All right, here we go. Vic says, damn, missed this match. Argentina scares me. I think Argentina are a good side, but we are a better side. I mean, we beat them last weekend. We've beaten them a couple of times. They're a side on the rise. I think they've a lot of potential, but Salvin Davids is now on the park, which obviously adds a lot of creativity into the Blitsboks 7 up against a Scottish 6 with a 7-point advantage currently. I forgot to add the try there. 19 points to 12 is the score. So nice early try here. And we will hopefully be 1 foot in the semi-final tomorrow. They go short to Scotland, but it's very well done. We have managed to keep it. Zane Davis on the park as well, but it is a knock-on, so that's actually not good off the kickoff at all. And that's going to reduce there'll be one more set play with the yellow card. So yeah, we didn't really manage to make. I mean, we scored 1 try, but if we'd just taken that now, we would have had a good phase to have attacked them with 6 men. I don't know if McCann is back on yet. First scrum of the day. And because they're not happy with how they're going to bind there. I think it's a bit of gamesmanship to try and run the clock a bit down. Yeah, so Scotland are still 6. If they don't engage here, it's going to be a free kick. There we go. We do have a scrum. Come on, we just conceded a penalty there. Scotland taking it quickly. Solid tackle there by Adonis. Cadalto over there to try and get some hands over the ball. Pick up and go from Hughes, who's riding the contact there. Ryan Wisters comes in and helps out. Does well to roll. Lots of numbers on the Scottish side here. It's a good covering tackle there by Will. Oh no, he's actually managed to ride the tackle. The ball comes inside. Fumble. Oh, he's passed on it. He needs the support here as Adonis. Blitsboks turnover ball. Run the hand. Sullivan Davis sees space. Oh, and it's the step and the pace and the pace. He's going to get there as well. Sullivan Davis is just a different class. He's a different gravy. I mean, he literally saw the gap. I mean, he was about 30 meters away from the gap, and they still can't close it ahead of him. It's a good turnover ball, but once they've got the turnover ball, Sullivan Davis, I mean, boom, cheers. I mean, the ankles this man has broken in his career. Paul Grant Hughes is going to have to strap up a lot after that because I think his ankle still is in one side of the field and his foot in the rest. Different class, Sullivan Davis. 24 points to 12. The kick to come, which will go wide, but the Blitsboks now in control. And that's the thing, you know, in this match, didn't necessarily start off with our strongest side, but when you can bring Sullivan Davids off the bench, you're not bringing JC Pretorius off the bench, you're bringing Zane Davids off the bench. You know, it's the squad depth in the side is what makes them so good. There's just no drop of quality, there is there. As Musabar says, the bench is the real deal. It's just... Right, from the restart here, Justin Cadild wrapping him up very well inside the Scottish 22. Zane Davids is also there to compete on the ground. Scotland deep inside the 22, shifting it towards the left. Measuring up Adonis. Williams comes in to assist. Penalty conceded. Blitsboks needs to drop here. Scotland are going to slow things down here. Then they're going to kick for touch, actually. Slowing things down here, Scotland, which is an interesting decision, seeing they're going to go for a scrum here, you know. For a side that's 12 points off. Right, scrum here for Scotland. They're back to full contingent. They've actually break down the blind side. So Sullivan Davis needs to cover. JC Pretorius is there. In fact, he's handed off JC Pretorius. They're going to go over here, Scotland. In fact, Sullivan Davis, can he get there? No, he can't. Well, that's a brilliant run, but horrible defending from JC Pretorius. And there's the number 4. We come off the bench, Kaleem Barreto, who's gone all the way. They've added the extras as well. Scotland with a bit of a fight back here. Turns out the scrum was a master stroke. But he just broke. And then JC Pretorius has to make this tackle here. And he just bounces off him. He doesn't even begin to make it. And once he's through, it's a pace game. And Sullivan Davis can't reel him in. Game back on with 2 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go, basically. Blitsboks need to make sure they take this clear. They can try and hit back immediately, so let me remove the yellow card. It's a contestable kick. It's falling back towards JC Pretorius. The Blitsboks have got ball in hand. He's a tough customer to bring down, JC Pretorius. Just never stops fighting. Right, now the Blitsboks going to try to attack from deep. Justin Cadild almost sneaking through the gap there, giving it back inside. Sullivan Davis. Now they've got a 2-on-1 here. They can try and draw the man. Oh, just sit down. Carter says, thank you very much. Just do me a favor. Just sit down for a minute. Take a breather. Now going to the right. They've got the numbers here. They've got Zane Davids. Draw and pass. Justin Cadild now. And then the inside ball to Sullivan Davis, who then goes inside the 2 players. They grab him, ran shorts. Good support play from Zane Davids. He's got the pace. He's got the power. The offload goes back. Scotland have managed to... Oh, they've kicked their head there. Knock on from the Blitsboks. So it will be Scotland's ball, but back in the 22. I was very frustrated. That should have been a try. Blitsboks definitely butchering that one a little bit. But now Scotland have got a long way to go. Yeah, shift. It comes inside. 1.5 minutes to go, but they've knocked it forward. They lost it forward, Jeff, Scotland. And they've lost the score. That's a big moment. That'll hopefully be the game. Now we can just slow things down, win the scrum. If we can try and just score off the back of the scrum, then we chilled. Not bad for me. Blitzboks winning. Sharks got a draw, even though we could have won it. Not a bad weekend. Now we struggle against Scotland. Now, man, we need to get a good talking tonight. I'm sorry. If you go in and give a team that is potentially about to win their 32nd match in a row a big talking to, I think that would be considered harsh. It's one of the longest winning streaks ever in the game. You're allowed to have some off games. And if you have an off game and you still win, then what's the issue? And they just rolled over. There we go. Thank you very much. We're into the semi-finals. Sullivan Davids goes over off the back of the scrum. It's too easy for him. It's just too easy. It's like watching Prime State South Africa. Can we name a better combination than a sevens player with dreadlocks? Like, try and name a better combination. Yeah, he just jumps straight through. Thank you very much. Dives over. No issue whatsoever. Kick still to come. That'll be us in the semi-finals. Job done. We move tomorrow. 2 more matches, and we've won all 4 tournaments in the series so far. Right, as the clock runs down, this just has to go out, and the Blitsboks will progress to another semi-final. That is 32 matches in a row that they have won on the World 7 Series. Scotland are spirited, though. They'll fight to the end. They want to try and get a last try to go for a high. Go off to the left there. Oh, they brushed the tackle off, and he's off. He's off. Can Sullivan Davids come in? Davis tries, but he can't do it. He can't bring him down. So the final score will go to Jordan Edmonds. It's a very, very good run for him down the flank, but it's not enough. Final score will be 30. Sorry, it was at 31 actually. 31 points to 24 will be the final score. The Blitsboks will progress to the semi-finals, which we played, I think, at 5:30 tomorrow. Semi-final, yeah, it's 5:05. I think we are M25. Yeah, so 5:30 tomorrow we will be playing. Sorry, I lied. 6:05. 6:05 we will be live tomorrow for the semi-final. It'll be Blitsboks versus the winner of England versus Ireland. 32 wins in a row. We move on. We move, and yeah, it's a great effort. Good stuff for the Blitsboks. 2 more matches and we can enjoy a nice 2-month break. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the evening, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. It might not be me for the semi-final, but if we make the final, then hopefully I will be there to take you guys through that. Enjoy the rest of the Saturday night, guys. Go have a beer, go have a drink, go enjoy some nice food, and we'll see you.